MAKOKO Sawmill is a film that I made about 5 years ago in 2015, and it's based in MAKOKO, which is a little man-made island in the center of Lagos that's built on water. And the film really is about nothing and everything at once. So it uses these two sticks in the space between the camera and the subject, and they're constantly moving. And it's 20 minutes of this exploration. I guess I'm just using the sticks to explore the space, to figure out what's going on. I mean, part of the reasons why I make films in Nigeria is that I'm trying to figure out where I fit in to the landscape of the country. Haven't gone in and out constantly throughout my life, and so every time I go in, it's a new probe, it's a new discovery, and the film is not really doing that much, but then at the same time it's doing a lot as well. It isn't really about anything, but then of course it is. And so I just made it from this place of curiosity, and not really with a set outcome. I was just really curious as to what would happen if I would make this mechanism and take it from there, really. The fact that it's made up of settlers who arrived over 100 years ago from neighbouring countries, and they carved a home for themselves in the centre of Lagos. So it's all built up on it's a man-made island basically, and it's really self-serving. They have hospitals. They have I'm not sure about hospitals actually. They have schools and churches, and it's self-sufficient. And I was just really drawn in by the energy of this place, and I wanted to discover more. And the more I discovered, the more films I wanted to make, and it just carried on through there, really. It's something that started when settlers started coming to Lagos, so immigrants basically coming into Lagos and made a home for themselves in the middle of the city. It's had a lot of problems over the years with the government, who have tried to destroy it because they say it's unsanitary and not really the image of Lagos that they want out there. But for artists, for journalists, for creatives, it's such an amazing place to discover. Like I say, it has this really raw energy that just draws you in. And of course, everything is on water, so people are moving by boat, and they say that children can swim before they can walk living here. So it just has this really amazing, vibrant energy that I was completely fascinated by. I had to take time there to be accepted, even with my camera, into this community. Is not always the easiest thing. But not only that, I felt it was important to get to know people, to understand why things are the way that they are, to understand the story of the labour and the way that things are organised, in this sawmill, for instance. So I took the time to get to know people and to be accepted in. But then, as I said, I have made a few other films in the same area, and so I think maybe what you get from that is this sense of time that I've taken to get to know the community there.
I have a company, a registered company. I'm paying tax every year, 1,000 plus. So you cannot tell me I'm an African today. No, I'm an African European. An Igbo man is trying to make profit from you. An Igbo man can never make a friend with you when he's not benefiting anything from you.
So Brown Goods is my first European film. It's a film that I made in Hamburg earlier on this year, and it profiles Emeka, who is he came to Hamburg via Lampedusa. He's an economic migrant from Nigeria, And he came to Hamburg really looking for a better life for himself, to be able to make more money, to be able to be more self-sufficient. He was really frustrated with the way that things were going for him in Nigeria. When he came to Hamburg, he realized that actually to make this money, he really depends on African money. So he deals secondhand electronics that are shipped out to Africa and Nigeria and so on. And the people who are paying him to work are Nigerians and West Africans. So it's a really funny cycle that he's come into, and the film really is just a really small look into how he conducts himself and how he's self-sufficient and independent from the work that he makes in Hamburg.
At times, maybe if I'm less busy, maybe if I don't have job, then I go into the market. Then I keep on searching for one or two things for customers. Then after searching for one or two things for customers, at the end of the day, I can get my daily bread. That's how we survive. So you don't waste any fucking time, because time here is money.
I discovered the area that he works in, Billstrasse in Hamburg, and I started going there. And at the same time, I started meeting people, like Nigerians, who would introduce me to more people, and started talking to a lot of people that way. But like I say, I'm very curious, and I just go somewhere and I start talking to people, and then I'm led to more people, and that's how I met Emeka. And we started talking, and then we fell out of touch, and then I was reintroduced to him by somebody else. And he agreed to do the project once I told him what I wanted to do. And the thing about Emeka is that he's very straightforward, and he knew exactly what I was doing, that I'm an artist and I was going to show this film, and he gave his permission, because he told me that it's very important to be able to tell your story and to get it out there. He's an educated man, and he really understands the value of storytelling, whether it's through art or journalism, and that's something that I have a huge admiration for.
A lot of money is coming into the street every day, and a lot of money is going out of the street every day. Most of the money you see we do eat here, the money is coming from Africa. We don't eat European money, because the money we are eating here, we work for African people.
I'm not always inspired to make films wherever I go. Like, I've lived in Amsterdam, I've lived in the UK, and I haven't always been so inspired to make films there. And maybe that's been something to do with the place that I was in my thinking also. But I think I've now arrived in a place now where I'm able to draw things. I'm able to be open enough to allow stories to come to me and respond to that. And I think that's what happened in Hamburg. I was very open to being able to make a new work there, to discovering and getting to know more about the city, and also the fact that it's a port city, and all of the history that comes with that, and then also that in relation to Lagos. And I think it's just where I am currently also in my research and thinking the relationship that Nigeria has with Germany. And so Brown Goods was a great kind of step into that history, and uncovering that trade, I guess, between the two countries. I have a lot of ideas at the moment, and a few shows on the horizon, and I'm about to travel as well to Nigeria, so it's a great time to have ideas, and I'm also doing quite a lot of research at the moment as well, and so things are buzzing, things are happening. I'm working on a series of drawings at the moment. I'm also researching a feature-length film that will be shot in Dakar. And I'm also researching a film in Nigeria as well at the moment that looks at tin mining. So there are lots of things that are circling around in my head. And so let's see what will come into fruition. Yeah, hopefully all of them, or yeah, the best of them. Yeah.